Rabbit and Mr. Bear. The prolonged drought caused Banyu-Biru village to dry up. Farmland could no longer be cultivated. Mr. Rabbit grew worried. His food supply had run out, and he had no savings left to survive. Mr. Rabbit tried to contact his friends in other villages. Maybe there's fertile land where I can farm, he thought hopefully. One day, one of his friends, Mr. Bear, reached out to him. Mr. Rabbit, there's still some fertile land in my village. You can come here, he said. Mr. Rabbit was overjoyed. Without much delay, he brought his family and moved to Mr. Bear village. Mr. Bear had lived in that village for nearly 5 years. He had vast, fertile fields where he grew corn and wheat. His harvest was always more abundant than anyone else's. I will plant carrots and potatoes instead, Mr. Rabbit said. I don't want to compete with Mr. Bear. After several months, Mr. Rabbit's harvest was plentiful. Smiling, he said to Mr. Bear, "Thank you for welcoming me here. Here's a share of my harvest for you." However, deep down, Mr. Bear felt envious. Why is his harvest bigger than mine? He thought. With each season, his crop seemed to yield less than Mr. Rabbit's, and he started feeling threatened. One day, Mr. Rabbit found his field completely destroyed. "Who could do something this cruel?" he murmured sadly. The same thing kept happening. Mr. Deer came to his house. "Mr. Rabbit, I saw something last night," he said softly. "What do you mean, Mr. Deer?" Mr. Rabbit asked, confused. "I saw Mr. Bear carrying a sickle into your field," Mr. Deer revealed. Mr. Rabbit was shocked. "That's impossible. Mr. Bear is my friend." But he decided to keep watch over his field that night. Just before dawn, he saw Mr. Bear sneaking into his farm, a sickle in hand. His heart shattered. "How could my young friends do this to me?" he whispered in disbelief. Silently, Mr. Rabbit left for the city and started selling produce. Over time, his business grew and he became successful. One day, he returned to the village to say goodbye. "Mr. Bear, I came to say farewell. My family and I are moving to the city," he said. Mr. Bear was stuck. You're moving to the city?" "Yes, I've bought a house and opened a big shop there," Mr. Rabbit replied with a smile. "I want to give you my farm as a thank you for helping me when I was struggling." Mr. Bear hung his head in shame, his eyes filling with tears. "Mr. Rabbit, I'm so sorry for everything. I was jealous of you and did terrible things. I'm so sorry." Mr. Rabbit smiled and patted his shoulder. "I forgave you a long time ago. Take good care of the farm." Mr. Bear cried and hugged Mr. Rabbit. "Thank you, my friends. Thank you, my friends." With a peaceful heart, Mr. Rabbit walked away, leaving behind memories in the village. The end. Thank you, everyone.